Welcome back, everybody, to another video of Gabe's Reviews. I'm Gabe. Before I begin, I want to give a quick thank you to God for allowing me to do what I love and to continue to allow me to do what I love. Furthermore, before I begin, I want to give a quick thank you to my friends at ROCKLAND Hyundai. I will include information in the video as well as below. Here we have the 2025 Hyundai Santa Fe. Under the hood, you have a 2.5 liter inline four that whips out 277 horsepower. Coming around the side, you see these beautiful wheels, something found off of a spacecraft. Similar tires to that of a Kia EV9. Obviously, they are sister companies, so it's not a surprise there. And as you can see, this extremely bold design, bulkier than usual. Why? Because we got a third row back there. For the first time in a while, Hyundai has brought in the third row for the Santa Fe, competing with the Palisade, the Telluride, and so much more. Popping into the front of the vehicle, let's start it up real quick just because you get a nice view. Beautiful infotainment screen. You have a completely digital gauge cluster, no analog, which is not so great for long term. However, it's much prettier in a short term deal such as a lease. This is not a connected screen. There are two separate screens. However, it looks to be about 2 feet of space, which is very nice. Coming to the steering wheel. They're both circles, so. Steering wheel has the all-new Hyundai steering wheel logo, which is this line right here. This, in general, meaning this square, looks very similar to the steering wheel that you find on the Kia K4, which I actually like. I like these bars right here. This is a nice little soft touched plastic, it feels like the silver trim. Steering wheel has a nice feel to it, not super luxurious, not super cheap, leather wrapped. I like it. I'll just address this quickly first. You have this is the gear shifter, so you have park, drive, reverse, put it back in park because I want to stay not moving. I'm not a massive fan of it. I don't think it looks nice. However, I will give credit, the shifting is seamless, and once you get into the groove, it's very, very practical. Regular stocks over here. Moving to the front, the center stack, you have two USB-C ports as well as wireless charging. The infotainment screen is very quick, responsive, pretty intuitive. My one concern for customers is this. This is a regular physical button that you could also control the infotainment system with. So it's very easy to get confused. At times you might say, oh, I don't know what to do, and you might just like finagle down here. But I don't know, this is a little tricky having both. I'd say either one or the other. Or if you bring the screen on more, maybe you could have both in a more seamless relationship, or bring this up here, this down here. I'm not a huge fan of it being so low. Moving over to the left side, you have, as you can see, these not steering vents, these ear vents have a very nice soft touch, not even soft touch, but a very nice silver plastic trim, which gives this entire cabin a very luxurious feel. And the second I sat into this cabin, I really felt like the seats really enveloped me in a very nice, firm, comfortable feel. As you can see, center stack is solid, not crazy. A little hard closing it and opening it, but it's all good. Down here you have your average glove compartment, and this is actually a pretty cool addition. A nice little compartment up here for, I guess, all your paper good needs. I haven't big told to paper, but whatever, pens maybe, who knows. As you can see, there's also a very sticky door handle right here. You pull it out, and that's something that you find on a lot of these models that you get. Honda's getting creative in the front, creative and sporty. Nice touch over here. That's actually plastic, but overall it's a very nice touch. Seats have let me get my bag out of the way. These seats have a nice quilted design. We have heated seats on this trim. As you can see, this is not a real leather. This is the Korean synthetic leather. So for long journeys, it might not be so comfortable, but for short journeys, it might be okay. Blind spot monitoring is standard on this trim. That's a loud beeping noise. Getting into the second row. Second row has very, very solid legroom. The front seat is back to where it would be if I was sitting in there, and I am 6 feet tall, so it's pretty far back. And I like sitting very, very low. So It's very far back. The legroom is solid, very similar to that you find in the 2023 Santa Fe as well as the 2020 Santa Fe. I know because I have those cars. Here we have two USB-C ports. This is something that Kia and Hyundai are doing a lot now, where you find getting a little funky with it, putting it all the back, all the way back here. Nice storage compartment. Let's see, do they have cup holders? I'm only asking because some companies do not put cup holders in. We do. Very nice. Air vents. Boom. 1 and 2. Very nice. Seat comfort back here is pretty solid. Headroom. Very, very good. Overall in the back, it's comfortable. I don't know if I would enjoy a long journey back here simply because the seats with this synthetic leather, but other than that, pretty solid. One touch window. Let's see. Ooh, oh no, don't want to rip that. And cup holders. With the third row down, trunk space is astronomically large. With the third row up, trunk space is significantly smaller, limited to just this little square right here. The third row is surprisingly not uncomfortable. Very, very comfortable. Obviously not a lot of legroom, but very comfortable. One of the things I love the most about the third row is that you have your own HVAC control system and vents, which is something that even cars that are meant to be 3-row SUVs, meaning that's their whole market, don't have. So I'm very impressed that Hyundai decided to throw it in. Setting off in this beautiful Santa Fe, we're gonna pop in and drive with this funky shifter right here. This is so weird. It's weird, but it's I'm not a fan, but it is super seamless, so I'll take it. I'll allow it. It passes. Would I rather a traditional shifter? 1000%. However, I'll take it. Blind spot monitoring is standard on this trim. And let's see the turn radius on this bad boy. It seemed like it turned pretty well when I drove it previously. Let's see how it does on the video. Solid. It definitely doesn't feel like a small car. It has a bigger feel than the previous generation Santa Fe, as well as the couple generations back Santa Fe. Definitely feels more of a bigger car, more, let's say, of a Tahoe, of a Kia Telluride, Hyundai Palisade. But very nice view, not obstructed. I like that the screen is down low, so it doesn't obstruct your view, such as you find in some other models where the other cars where the screens are like way higher than the dashboard and then they just block your view. Blind spot is still solid, even with the blind spot monitoring. It's not necessarily so necessary because I can see out both windows very nicely. I'm very comfortable. So having the blind spot though does help, obviously. Response time on the pedal is good, not lethargic. Obviously it's not the quickest car. 0 to 60 on this with this powertrain is between 6 and 7 seconds. Nothing crazy, but not bad at all. Nothing to cry home about. Gas mileage on this car is mid to high 20s, which is very impressive. Also pretty standard. Happens to be pretty standard, but again, you have to understand that you're getting 3 rows. When you view the Santa Fe as a regular 2-row SUV, it's a very solid option. But when you view it as a 3-row SUV, it's a phenomenal option. This trim is $41,000. Comes with this synthetic leather seat, 3 rows, blind spot monitoring, beautiful infotainment system, leather wrapped everything. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful trim. You're really getting a lot for your buck. The powertrain is very nice. This is an all-wheel drive. You come with multiple different drive modes, which you find not just specific on this trim, but on any car. There's really just a lot. I'm having a difficult time speaking it out. There's really so much that this car has that it blows me out of the water. It's comfortable. It drives well. I feel like a big car. The sound of the engine is nice. Response time is good. Also, it's not a CVT. This is an automatic transmission, so that's also a plus. It's not so loud. Response time is good. That says do not enter, so I'm going to have to get off to the side over here. Response time is very good. Brake feel is good. Turning feel is also very solid. And I don't want to be on them. Actually, you know what? Nah, I'm not so... whatever. I'll have to go on the main road. I like to keep my reviews on side roads only, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Oh, that was a good idea actually, because that's some serious. Wow, good. And that is not in sport mode. That we are in normal mode. That was impressive. I'm impressed. I just came off of driving a Kia EV9 and a Kia EV6, which have instant torque, and that was very impressive. Feeling the steering wheel is good. Overall, driving wise, I'm comfortable. I feel very comfortable in this cabin. My body feels comfortable. Obviously, on a long drive, I don't know if I would go with these seats, just because you know my bit on the synthetic leather seats. I'm not a massive fan of it, but right now I feel very comfortable. I feel enveloped. I love the mix of tech and cool finishing touches around the cabin. I feel like I'm in a premium SUV. I love the fact that I have 3 rows and that each row is comfortable. Overall, this is a very solid option for someone who is looking for a regular SUV that doesn't mind having a 3rd row and doesn't want to pay for necessarily a Tahoe, or maybe doesn't want to get a Palisade because they don't like certain aspects of it. This is a very solid option for a lot of potential buyers.